As battles in Afghanistan raged on and casualty numbers go up, the Singapore Armed Forces sent a 39-member medical team to Oruzgan, a province southwest of the country's capital Kabul, for 6 months from November 2008. And with them was their third-generation medical equipment.
As I just came back from Afghanistan, we actually brought up this equipment over there and we actually validated the use there, not only by us but also compared to the other nations that we also work with hand in hand. They are also using a similar platform or in terms of equipment, similar usage. So at least with this new equipment, not only that we cut down the time we spend in treating the casualties, we are able to actually focus on more essential approach on the casualty and treatment of the casualty and bringing up the survivability rate of these casualties.
The 3G Combat Medic has advanced gear, such as a dressing with chemicals that help stop bleeding and a seal that prevents gunshot wounds to the chest from causing the lungs to collapse. Such equipment proved invaluable in the Afghanistan battlefield.
In Afghanistan, we usually will see a lot of gunshot wound cases and limbs that has been blown out by IEDs and car bombs. So we actually able to use these new equipments that we have to stop the bleeding, for example, of excessive bleeding, and we cut down the time, and also to improve that with certain other equipment like the chest seal and Silox gauze, we can actually enhance the treatment of the casualty, and in fact, once the casualty is brought to the next medical echelon or the next level of a military hospital, there is far less things to be concentrated to be done on them. When I'm treating a casualty, for example, with hemorrhage, previously all I can do is just tourniquet and then bandage. But now with the Silox gauze, I can actually stop the bleeding then and there. And while I can stop the bleeding there, I can actually focus on the wound to see what type of injuries or whether the bone, for example, has been damaged. So I can forecast the next plan of the casualty and then bandage him in an appropriate way so that the next level of medical care can be provided as rapidly as I have done in the front line.
Among the numerous injuries he had to deal with, First Sergeant Al-Fatah recalls how he found the equipment and the skills he has accumulated helpful in saving a blast victim.
There was a blast explosion that occurred near the town, and the casualty that brought in had severe abdominal injuries. So we actually use a lot of the hemostatic agent on the abdomen. This contains a lot of other organs as well. So by reducing the amount of bleed, we can actually see to what extent the casualties' injuries are. And actually, I felt quite satisfied with the use of it because in that short time I can actually see that other organs was actually damaged, and we can actually make that decision to send him to the OR immediately instead of allowing him to be wait in line for maybe other casualties to go in first. So it actually helps to save his life because it gives us more clarity.
The team managed to save that man's life, and the incident impacted Sergeant Al-Fatah's impression of the 3G medical support system.